Hey guys, Romie here, so please like, comment, subscribe. Of course, this is Greenleaf, Season 2, Episode 1, A House Divided. Now, the episode starts off with, as we see the police come, and they're there for Bishop. Why? Because Mac ratted him out. Remember, the church that they originally had, it got burned down, someone died in the basement, and so now the police are like, okay, that investigation that was open all those years ago, Mac is released because now he's willing to spit that information, and he has a character witness that'll go inside with him. The character witness is apparently his father, him and Lady May's father. So now the police are telling him, of course, don't leave town. Gigi's upset because she's trying to figure out, wait a minute, excuse me, she walks outside with Mac. And it's like, so how are you out? How are you out? And he was like, look, I have so much information and so much dirt on a lot of people in town, you wouldn't believe it. While inside, Lady May's looking at Bishop like, so this is what you were holding in all these years? This is the secret, the big bag secret that I could have helped you with, but instead you went and kept this from me, and now all of this mess is happening? Are you kidding me? So now, we see Mavis, and Mavis, she's not doing too well. She lost her bar, and so she's drinking a lot, and we see that she's with this musician, and apparently she's supposed to be his manager, but they're also sleeping together. He likes to pop some pills every once in a while just to clear his mind, have a nice rest. She likes to drink. I'm thinking, Lord Jesus. Either way, trouble. At the church, we see people are restless. People are acting like, alright, so is this almost over because I need to go watch football, I need to go and cook, I need to go and do this, need to go and do that. Gigi is trying to do everything she can to get the church inspired. They're over it. So once church service is over, because she was like, amen, and it was a reluctant clap from the churchgoers. So Lady May goes and gives her this paperwork to let her know, people are not giving. Tithes are down 40%. Gigi's trying to say, excuse me, maybe if Dad would go and, tell the truth and just let us know that, no, he did not go and kill that person, or no, he's not guilty, that more people would show up to church. Because there's now a 3-month time difference has occurred. And so, of course, within 3 months and the investigation's still going on, the churchgoers are like, how can we support someone that has all of this mess going on around him? Well, yeah, please like, comment, subscribe if I didn't already say so. Aside from that, as I said, Bishop, he's trying to do everything he can. Lady May is like, you know what, this is all too much. Bishop, again, goes and tells her how the church was failing. Because the church was failing, he asked, Mac asked him, what do you want? Do you want me to handle it? Now, of course, he didn't know what Mac meant as far as handle it, but he said, you know what, yeah, handle it. And so Mac's way of handling it was to go and burn the church down. Unfortunately, someone was in the church while it happened, and so, because the church was a money pit. Again, I'm, jumping ahead a little bit. Everyone's at breakfast. Lady May's there. She's like, okay, oh, my beautiful family. Ha, 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 ha. Now, Gigi and, Gigi and Bishop are at odds because Gigi just wants to know the truth. She wants to hear from her father herself. Unfortunately, her father's staying tight-lipped. He's trying to act like everything's cool and copacetic. Jacob, he's still working with Pastor Skanks, and there's going to be a big announcement. There's going to be like a little, outdoor concert / revival, and everyone is invited. Okay, cool. Charity is still pregnant, and Kevin is still not in the house with them. We have Carlton with his husband, which is, what was it? What was his name? Cole? Remember in Living Single? Yeah, so Living Single, Ovalton's best friend? Yeah, him. That is Carlton's husband on the show. I said, no way. They're going in there working with Charity because, of course, Charity's still pregnant. They're trying to figure out, okay, who can work with Charity to produce her music, and they choose this guy. And this guy clearly, we fast forward, this guy's clearly into Charity, and oh yeah, and Carlton's officially married, if you didn't catch that already. Charity, this guy likes her voice. He's clearly interested in her. Her being pregnant, look, that may even interest him even more. Kevin comes into the session like, oh, they're hugging and this is all cute. Like, hey, what's going on here? Oh yeah, what's up, dude? Go away. Like I said, Kevin is still not in the house, and Charity is still fine with that, but she's going to give birth pretty soon. We see Gigi, she's in her car, and she has these flyers of course, sex offender flyers, and they're with Mac's face on it. I believe she was at his apartment building, and his hotel/apartment building with them. So she's ready. She's ready to do some damage because she's trying to figure out how is this sex offender released from jail. I don't understand it. It's not realistic. It doesn't make sense. Kevin wants Charity to come to this event that he's going to be a part of. Well, because he's been going to this, like Pray the Gay Away camp type of thing, however that works. And Charity's not for it. She's like, you know what? You are who you are. I've already accepted that. You're the one who hasn't accepted that. He's like, okay, yeah, that's cool, that's great and all, but can you still come? She's like, no, I have other things to worry about. He said, no, we have to figure this out, because if we don't, the baby's going to come and things are still going to be messed up. Kevin is keeping his distance as soon as Carlton and his husband comes around, because they're like, oh, we have so much to do for the baby and so much to figure out. And Sophia wants to know, Mom, so do you believe that Granddad didn't do anything? That Bishop didn't do anything? Honey, I'm not so sure. The thing is, even though I feel like he didn't do anything, I need for him to say it, because if you're not guilty, then why wouldn't you say that you're not guilty? And I said, okay, that's a point. And here comes Sophia like, well, yeah, but, you have your reasons. Well, yeah, but it's really important for people to hear you say it out of your, say it directly. Now, while we're at Pastor Skank's, outside church revival, Zoe is there with Sophia, and there's this Isaiah guy. He's in their age group, and he's clearly like a Christian rock singer, and he's doing a great job. The audience is having fun, inspired, and it looks like he's going to be a love interest for either Sophia, possibly Zoe. We know how the lines can get blurred there. Jacob, this is a new Jacob. Jacob is going, and he's clearly taking some cues from Pastor Skank, and Pastor Skank's wife acknowledges the fact that, oh wow, Jacob's done changed. Just like, yeah. Carissa's like, yeah, he has. Well, he's clearly taking some cues. Excuse me? No, I don't mean to offend. Everyone needs a role model. I said, oh God. And she said, you know what, you're right, everyone does. I feel like at the end of the day, Jacob's a new man in her eyes, so she's okay with it. She's going to let that diss slide because Jacob has changed. Mind you, everyone's there. Like I said, they're really inspired and kind of surprised that this is the Jacob that we're seeing. And, he's giving this speech to bring out Pastor Skanks. And Pastor Skanks says, okay, thank you very much, but stay on stage because I have something to tell you. And Pastor Skanks goes on and he's talking like this. And, there's going to be a revelation. And 2 by 2. And amen, change. Jacob's a good man. Jacob's been doing so much for the community and for the church, and he's so all-inspiring. Gigi, his whole family is there looking like, wow, this is a new Jacob. Shout out to him. Until we find out that, no, Jacob isn't going to be a part of Pastor Skank's church downtown. He's going to be a part of Pastor Skank's church right across from Greenleaf. Right across from Calvary. I said, uh-oh. So, there's going to be 2 triumphs now. Because that's what the name of Pastor Saint's church. And Triumph 2 is going to be right across from, oh Lord, from Calvary, which we know is already going through hard times. Jacob looks surprised. Bishop looks pissed. Gigi looks worried because, again, they're already having their own issues with trying to inspire the people that are already going there. So now Jacob's going to be their competition. Lord, that is too much. It's too much. Now, like I said, Gigi, when she passed out the flyers at Mac's apartment, and guess who's there? Guess who's there? Or she's passing out flyers, period. Mac has one of the flyers, and so he goes and he waits out, and it's messed up, because I've been looking at cars lately, so I knew the car that he was in before I said, you know what, this is too much. So Mac is in a Range Rover Sport. Of course, Lady May was in a Porsche. What was that? Was that a Porsche? I know that was a Porsche. I forgot what kind it is. But it doesn't matter. What matters is that he goes and he's like, you know what? Your daughter needs to stop this mess. Your daughter needs to stop this mess. Bishop knows what he had me do. And there's nothing you can do about it. But it's like, you know what, sister, are you okay? Because I have your back. If you ever need me, I have your back. She says, why would I want the help of someone who did something like that to my daughter? What is wrong with you? I don't want anything to do with you. He said, regardless of what you say, I know for a fact that you still need me. I know for a fact that you need me and that you'll always need me and that'll never change. I said, so that's what you really think. That's what you really think. Okay. Mavis goes to her old bar. She wants to get something to drink. She's already drunk there. And like I said, her musician boyfriend slash artist, he's there. He's not really doing much to help. Her ex-employee is like, you know what, I'm so glad to see you, but I'm not allowed to go and serve you. She was like, excuse me? After everything that I've... Oh, okay, I know it's not your fault, but you can serve him, right? And her dude's like, yeah, it's okay. You know, whenever she wants, just I'll pay for it. And it was like, okay, so give me a double. Yeah, that's what I want. Now, Mavis gets upset because she thinks that her artist is going and possibly trying to sign with someone else, trying to sign with a different manager, different producers, when she says, you know what, I'm the only person that you need. They get into a fight, into an argument, and so her ex-employee calls Bishop, and Bishop, he goes, and he's just like, oh, Lord, Mavis, what's going on? What's going on? For you guys who don't know, Bishop is Lady May's husband, and Mavis is Lady May's sister. Now, and that Bishop and Mavis kind of had something in the past. So that comes into play a little bit later. Now, the issue is that, again, things aren't going so well at the church. So we have Gigi who's trying to figure out, so what do I need to do to make sure that things get better? And Deacon Sykes is just like, look, part of it is because of the issues with your father. The other portion has to do with the fact that, you know, there's this gay couple, there's this married gay couple in the congregation. And we don't hate them, but, of course, in the eyes of the Lord, you know, what they're doing is a sin. What we're all doing is a sin as well, but, you know, we see their sin differently, so it is what it is. There, again, you know how I hate that phrase, it is what it is. So now Gigi is just like, excuse me, first of all, they weren't married here. Secondly, I asked you guys what was the problem, you didn't tell me. Of course you didn't, because we would have told Lady May something like that. We don't really know or trust you enough to give you the full truth and honesty. We see Bishop, you know, he's just trying to figure out what's wrong with Mavis. And do you need me to walk you inside? Well, you know what happens the last time you walked me inside. Like, yeah, we know, but this is a different situation. I just want to make sure that you're good. She said, yes, I'm good. I'm thinking, why don't you want him to walk you inside? Because her boy toy is there. And did you notice how her boy toy took the entire bed? He slept right in the middle. I said, oh, okay. So you had a fight, you don't even own the place, and you're just acting like you own the place. Got it. Gigi and Bishop finally have a conversation, and again, just reiterating what I already told you about how the church fire started, that it was Mac who did it, and he did it because Mac asked Bishop, what do you need for me to do? Because the church became a money pit. They weren't able to sell the land, and they were just going to be screwed. So Mac, even though he helped them out, he also screwed them over, and now we're in this predicament. And Gigi was like, why couldn't you just tell the truth? Look, there's a lot of things, little girl, that you don't know. And that's essentially what her father's trying to tell her. There's a lot of things that you don't know. And there's a lot of things I don't want you to know. So, that's why you didn't know. Lady May says, you know, I'm going to take things into my own hands. She goes to her father, who we know she can't stand. And I knew it. I knew why she didn't like him. I knew it. Because I knew something isn't right here. Something isn't right here. With this whole sexual assault stuff with rape, with her daughter. You can't tell me that something didn't happen to Lady May. And I was right. Her father was saying how you always loved me, and he was like rubbing on her. You always loved me. You're always sweet to me. You're always good to me. You always took care of me. And he was like, so what do you need for me to do? And then he kissed her. And it wasn't just like, oh, you my baby. Mwah, I love you. It was I said, what the? What? The? And that's how I knew some mess was going on. I said, okay, got it, disgusted, but I got it. So that's what's really going on. That's what's really going on. That's why Lady May, you know, is so irritated and irked and hurt by her father, because there was, you know, sexual abuse going on. And I don't know to what level, how long it lasted, but long enough. Lady May then goes and hears from Bishop that all the charges were dropped because the father isn't going to testify on Mac's behalf. Which means that Bishop is in the free and clear, and of course she's so thankful, but she knows why that's happening. You know, Mavis's boy toy tells her that, you know what, I'm tired of this jealousy, of this foolishness, of you drinking, having all these issues, because Bishop told me, your friend Bishop told me that I should stay away from you. And I'm starting to think I should. So of course that pisses off Mavis. The baby is born! It's a boy. So Kevin and, Kevin and Charity have a boy. Bishop's trying to figure out, so is Kevin moving back in? I don't know, but that's not what we're worried about. We have the baby here, everyone's happy, everything's going well, until Mavis pops up. Mavis storms in, and I said, you know what, you should not just allow anyone to come into the front gates. And that's the mistake that Lady May did. Instead of asking who, or making sure she knew who, Mavis was able to just pop in, and Mavis came in, stormed in, was like, okay, I understand that you have some festivities going on, this is cute or whatever, but here's the thing. I'm so tired of you, Bishop, trying and intervening into my personal life. And Mavis had to look up, excuse me, because Bishop told Lady May that I will never lie to you again, I will never keep any secrets from you again, I love you, and now for this to happen, Lady May's looking at him like, oh, so this is what your version of love and trust is? Because if it is, I don't want it. I don't want it. It's fake. It's trifling. I don't want it. Again, going with this whole storyline, Mavis then goes and turns her attentions to Lady May. So it's like, you know what? You're always ruining things for me. You always want my life messed up. Our home life, our dad always favored you. You always wanted to be the favorite. You always wanted to be the one loved. I said, you know what, Mavis? Slow your roll. Slow your roll. Because I don't know if you're saying that because you know about what's going on with Lady May and the dad, or maybe you don't, because Lady May was trying to make it seem like you have no idea what you're talking about. And then Mavis went one step further and said, and I know you know that knew that Mac was doing that to your daughter. I know that in my heart of hearts you knew. And that was the last straw. That's when Lady May said, okay, you can take your little tail and get out of here. Go, get. And that was essentially the end of that conflict. Everyone's looking like, oh my God, is this really happening? Thank God it's only family here, because if it wasn't, Lord Jesus. So Mavis storms out. Of course, Gigi goes after her, and Gigi's just like, wait a minute, what's going on? What's going on? I'm worried about you. And Mavis said, you need to watch your back with your mother. You can't trust that woman. She's evil. She's conniving. And I don't need your help. I'm getting out of town. I don't need anyone to drive me. I don't need anyone's help. Lady May's looking at Bishop like, okay, Bishop, so start talking. Bishop says, that's your sister. I heard that she was in trouble, so I went and helped her. Oh, so is that all you did? Boy, do you even realize the fact that I was the reason why you are getting out of jail? I went to my father, who, you don't know what I've sacrificed. I went to my father, did what I needed to do so that you could stay out of jail. You thought that it was just God and it was just a miracle and that he just worked on my father's heart. No, it was me. And you know how I feel about my father. So at the end of the day, I need for you to cut it. When I tell you certain things, it's for a reason. When you think things are just happening and in your favor, there's always someone helping you, whether you know it or not. And of course, it's God in the background, but trust and believe there are some human characters as well. Lei Mei goes outside to talk to Gigi, and Gigi, asks her mom, did you know? Did you know about what's happening to my sister? No. Mom, no, I did not know. I did not know. I know now, but I honestly did not know. And so then she was like, okay, something's wrong with my sister. Oh, do you think she'll be back? Of course she'll be back. She's family. She's family. Now, the church has a great, things are doing better because Bishop, all his charges have been dropped. The congregation is back in full force. And the thing is, Bishop isn't back in full force. Carlton had a great performance, even though some of the deacons are still looking at him like, It's like, alright, I guess if this is what we have to deal with, we'll deal with it. Pastor Skanks comes back, and, Bishop's just trying to figure out, alright, so you pulling that stunt to try to mess with me. You know what, I'm good. Pastor Skanks gave him an ultimatum. Here's the thing, I'm never going to stop coming after you, because at the end of the day, you are my enemy, you are the enemy, you are a serpent, you are a liar, you are fugazi, you are trifling. And this is where we find out, it's like, what is wrong with you? Why do you keep coming at me? What did I do to you? What did I do to you? I said, you know what? No, it has to be. It has to be. Because I already figured that this was the case, but Pastor Skanks finally confirmed it, that the person who died in the fire at that church all those years ago was his father. So he's going to make it his personal mission to take down Deacon and Calvary, just so that he can prove a point like, you killed my father, you killed my family for this? Well, you're going to lose all of this. Now, Bishop is shook, and he's actually shaking because he's like, Lord Jesus, oh God. What am I going to do? How am I going to combat this type of enemy? I don't know. I said, I don't know either. Because that man is on a mission. So that's it. This is going to be a great season. My reviews will be up in a more timely fashion. I just need to go, and YouTube was acting crazy on Wednesday. So then that messed everything else up. So yeah, this will be back up and running at my normally scheduled times, like probably in the morning. You'll get it like so on Thursday morning or so. Alright, please like, comment, subscribe.